All right, everybody, welcome back. So it is day number 2 for Skip the Dishes, and yesterday was kind of sucky. I probably covered this in the last video, but anyway, so yesterday was like 7 hours. Made like $75 in 7 hours, a 7-hour shift. There was a bunch of time when I was just waiting, lots of time when I was just waiting, and it was two shifts. It wasn't a consistent 7-hour shift. So anyways, $75 yesterday. It is 2:26, 27 right now. Just getting ready to check into my shift. I've got 2 shifts today, so 2:30 to 6:30 and then 7 to 11. So we'll see how this goes. If it's busy, I'll be very happy. The weather's kind of crappy outside. It's you know, just below 0, I think, and looks crappy outside, overcast. The trees are all frosty and stuff. So anyways, we'll see how this goes. I'm just going to check in right now. Hey Jonathan, you will start receiving orders soon. Go to live orders. So started 3 minutes early. Not sure if that affects anything because it says thanks for checking into your shift. Thanks for checking in early. Make sure you are ready to drive. So I am ready to drive. And based on the hotspot maps, there's not a lot of hotspots going on right now. I saw this change yesterday. It started off as this, and then it expanded after I did a few orders in this area. So anyways, we'll see what happens, and I will get back probably when I get my first order. All right, it's been 10 minutes. It's 2:40, and got my first order from Kinjo Sushi and Grill, and it's going a little ways away. It's going probably about 10 minutes away, 9 minutes away. Anyways, that's order number 1. Alrighty, so order number 1 is delivered. It's 2:56, so been on for 26 minutes. And I'm just going to check off that I delivered. And back to matching you to order. So total earnings so far is $9. So that one was, because it was a little bit further, transit pay was $6, and then the stated tip was $3. So total of $9. All right, so got order number 2 fairly quickly. It's 3:16 right now, so it's been almost, I guess 45 minutes, or just over 45 minutes. And I'm just gonna click off that this order was delivered. That was order number 2, so that one was that one was worth $8.69. So the total right now is $17.69. That was $5.10 in driving, and stated tip was $3.59, which is awesome. So matching me to orders, and we just sit and wait for order number 3. All right, so order number 3 is done. That one was worth $13.12. So transit pay was $5.10, and stated tip was $8.02, which was cool. So that is, we're gonna check that off, delivered order. And so the total right now, it has been 1 hour and 25 minutes, and the total is $30.81. So it's not going too bad. This is exactly what happened yesterday. Started off quick and then it went really slow. So see what happens. It'd be really awesome if it kept up with this pace, but that's where we're at. Alrighty, well, there was a whole hour there of doing absolutely nothing. Just got order number 4, which was some stuff from Pizza 73. That one was worth $7.10, which was the lowest of the night so far. That was $5.10 transit and $2 tip. So it's surprising how many kids or young adults or kids are ordering from Skip the Dishes. It's kind of neat to see the demographics. Anyways, so it's 5:19, so it's been almost 3 hours, 2 hours and 50 minutes on shift. Total right now is $37.91, and right now that order is done and it says matching you to orders. So we'll see how long it takes. 5:19, who knows. Alrighty, so that was order number 5, which came in quite quickly as I was driving back to my area. That was a pickup at Fatburger. Alright, let's see here. So total, I guess that one was $8.10, so $5.10 transit pay and $3 tip, which was awesome. So total earnings so far on this shift is $46.01. It's 5:47 right now, so the shift ends at 6:30. So it's basically, call it 40 minutes left. So been doing this for 3 hours and 20 minutes. And so it's not too bad. I mean, right now, if I don't get any other orders, which I hope I get one more at least, ends about, the first shift ends about the same as yesterday, about $50. So I'm really want to make 100 tonight, which would make me a little happier than making like $6 an hour. So anyway, so that's it. Waiting for order number 6. All right, guys. So it is 6:59 and 7 o'clock. I just checked in for my second shift. So the first shift I was able to end it 30 minutes early, and which is great. So it was 3.5 hours. Total for that was $46.01. So I guess if you only count it for 3.5 hours, I don't know what that is, $10 an hour or something like that. So that's fine. And so this shift tonight's 7 to 11. I hope it's busy. It wasn't busy last night. I think there was 2 orders I did last night in kind of this time period. It was 9 till midnight or something like that. So I hope the 7 o'clock's busier on a Saturday night. Just sitting in my driveway, and I am matching to my orders. So that's basically it. So when I get order number 1, I will buzz in with what time it is and how long it took and all that stuff. All right, so the first order of this shift is done. That was a good one. That was a little bit, actually this is the furthest I've driven so far away from my house or my area. That one was $11.95 from the Viet Thai Bistro. That's one of my favorite restaurants, actually. And it pays really well. Anyway, so the earnings was $11.95, the transit pay was $6.95, and the tip was $5, which is awesome. So I'm that order is completed and matching me to orders, and I've got another order. That's wicked. And see, sometimes it does this. So an order pops up, and then it doesn't work, which is a little bit frustrating, because I found that it seems like after that happens, there's a big delay in orders coming in. So usually that pops up, you hit accept or whatever, and then it'll pop up again shortly after saying the customer's made some changes or something, and then it just disappears. So I don't know what that's about, but anyways, so just kidding, I didn't get another order, but we will see. All right, so that was a busy little session there. It's kind of interesting the way that worked out. So basically I was in my area, and I had a delivery from my favorite place. I think I already talked about that. Anyways, it was about 5-6 kilometers away, and it was further to the west. So I got to that area, had that mixed up order or whatever I was talking about, and shortly after I was just driving out of that area and an order from Subway popped up. So I went back to the Subway, And this is one of those things that I've heard about, but I've just, I guess, discovered now about Uber is, so when I got to the subway, or sorry, not Uber, SkipTheDishes. When I got to the subway, there was 2 orders sitting there. I could see them on the counter. So I took the first one, and that was a delivery right like 2 minutes away. And as soon as I delivered that one, the other order popped up. So I had to go back to the subway, pick up the other order. Now the funny thing is that order from the subway was back to my original area, which was like 6 kilometers away. So anyways, the way that worked out for earnings wise was good and bad. I mean, so the delivery for Subway, the first one, was $6.87. That was the close one, so that was $3.75 transit, and then the tip was $3.12, which was cool. And now the second one, that was back to my original area, or close to my house, was $6.95 was the transit pay because it was so far. Like, it was 15 kilometers away, and 0 tip. So I mean, that's fine. Still, it was basically $7. So total earnings right now for today, which is 3.5 hours earlier, and right now it's 8:21. So I've been on this shift now for 1 hour and 21 minutes. Is $71.78, and there's another order from Haru Sushi. So I'll see you when this order's done. A couple minutes away. So anyways, that last delivery was $6.40. Transit pay was $4.25, and the tip was $2.15, which is fine. That is great. Alrighty, so of course, as soon as I turn the camera off, maybe that's the only reason to film this stuff, is as soon as I turn the camera off, I get my next order. So next order is just like right in the little plaza that I'm parked in at the Canadian Brew House. Now, one little interesting thing to say, or to see here, is when you click on the order information, so it tells you how much you're going to earn. So total earnings on this is $10.35. That's $5.10 for transit, and the tip is $5.25, which is awesome. It's getting me closer to my $100 goal. Anyways, it gives you instructions. Go to the end of the bar, identify self to bartender. Now it also tells you the time too. So right now it's 8:52. This is supposed to be collected at 8:58. I've got 6 minutes to get there. It'll take me like 2 minutes to get there. So just be aware of that. And then I'm supposed to be delivering it at 9:07. So so far it's been pretty accurate. I guess if you're right beside the restaurant, it might take less time, but that's a little tidbit for you. So we'll talk at the end of this order. Well, I just picked up that last order. I was going to put my video camera in the bag and record it. I really wish I would have, because just as I walked in the Canadian Brew House, I think the Seattle just scored and people were going nuts. There was guys jumping around. It was pretty crazy. Anyway, so driving to the customer's house now, and that's basically it. Okay, well, that was busy. Forget where I left off, but anyways, that I just completed order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that was order number 11. Oh yeah, so the Canadian Brew House was order number 10. That one went fine. And then as I was driving, I got another order from Papa John's Pizza, which was good. That one was a little different for me because it was into an apartment complex and there was no instructions, and it's kind of in the middle of nowhere out here in new construction areas. So anyways, that's done. That was worth $6.05. For the pizza, transit pay was $2.75, stated tip was $2.30, but she gave me a toonie, so I actually made $8.05 on that. My total right now is $94.58, and it's actually, plus the $2 tip, is $96.58. Getting really close to breaking that $100 mark. That is my goal today. Right now it's 9:30, 9:29 actually, 9:30. So I've been on this shift for 7, 8, 9, 2.5 hours. Total today was 3.5, 4, 5, 6. So it's been 6 hours now, and $94.58. is the total. So more than $10 an hour, which I'm happy with. I don't know what the total works out to be, but I'll put it somewhere in the video here. So far right now at $94.58 for 6 hours. I'm getting tired. All right, so hopefully we get some more orders so I can break that $100 mark. Looks like we probably would need like one more order and we'd be good. So anyways, fingers crossed. Hour and a half left on this shift, about an hour left before you can clock out for the early release. So let's see what happens. Alrighty, everybody. Well, that is the end of my shift. So it is 10:51. It was like 10:35. I was parked and I was basically waiting for my early shift ending thing, and it didn't happen. So and then an order popped up, quick order, just an A&W order. Just went and did that, got home and clocked out early, which you're allowed to do if they give you the option, and have it not negatively affect you. So today's earnings, and with that last order, I was kind of without that last order, I would have been underneath my goal. So today's earnings was $100.81. There it is. Plus $2 cash tip that I got. So I guess the total is $102.81. Not bad. Drove 128 kilometers today at about 10 cents a kilometer in gas, and that would bring us to $12.80-ish in gas used today. So not too bad. I don't know what all the figures end up being, but if I can figure them all out and I post this video, then I'll put them up on the video as well. So anyways, that's better than yesterday by far. More than $10 an hour, which I'm happy about. Not as great as I would like it to be, but it was a good busy night. And earlier today, the earlier shift was kind of terrible, and this shift tonight had a couple slow moments, but it was quite good compared to the other ones. So not too bad. The orders were all a little bit smaller, but I won't complain. It totaled up to a decent amount. So total earnings so far is about $170 over 2 days, and that's 14 hours in total over those 2 days. So 7 hours yesterday and 7 hours today. So that's it. Have a great night. I'm going to bed. Good night.